Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Naven Gaming, where today we are finishing the Galactic Heresy series, hopefully. And we should. It's like 12 out of 19. And they're only like 4 to 5 minutes long. I'm sure most of the time that I put into my first video was just me talking over, ad nauseum. My content is getting a little pedantic, I will admit. But it is what it is, right? I can't help how I am. It's a little crazy. I will just go on random tangents, go down some rabbit holes here and there. It is what it is. But yeah, I got some videos lined up today. So once I'm done with this series, I'm gonna go ahead and do reactions of those as well. But otherwise, I had some interesting discussions with myself about content creation on the channel. And I've been debating with myself, right? Because with all of the shit that's going on, right? Kind of have to go on a little bit of a tangent here, but it's kind of necessary because I'm not sure what I want to do with the channel. In fact, I should probably discuss this on a different video. But I'm not sure if I want to do streaming content on Twitch or Kick and play games on that and maybe get an audience there. Maybe do dual streaming and try to work with that instead of, do primarily streaming and content creation on YouTube. I mean, it makes sense to kind of diversify the basket here, but at the same time, right, the problem that I have with the other platforms is that I can't be as free with my speech as I would like to be. I don't swear all the time, but when I do, I would like to fucking swear. But the problem that I'm noticing with YouTube is that they're doing the UK, right, started this trend where they wanted to censor the internet because of child reasons, child concerns. Protect the children, the usual stupid shit, right? But on YouTube, right, they want to do the same thing. They want to censor people to a degree. Not really censor them, actually. They just want to verify the, if you're actually over the age of 18. And to do that, they want you to have proof of credit card information or have a government-issued ID, which is the dumbest fucking thing. I mean, if I had to be honest. But, this is... Shimonetta it was just meant to be parody. It should never be real. But anyways, it is really a weird situation we're in right now where suddenly everyone around the world is just like, let's just censor everything. I want to censor everything. Let's just censor everything. It's just this... It's so stupid. It's just really dumb. All right? You will never escape from the fact that children will get into contact with things you do not want them to get in contact with. And honestly, I'm gonna be very real about this. I don't see why these platforms even give a shit. I don't see why these platforms even give a shit. If anything, it really speaks to the parenting of the stupid fucking morons who let their kids see this shit. Alright? Honestly, if I had my way, children wouldn't even have a phone until they're like 16. Why would you even want them to have access to the internet at a much earlier age? It's just so stupid. And that's not even talking about, the internet. They're just talking about calling and texting. I think that it's a really stupid thing that companies are getting so bent out of shape over the youngins getting into some weird things when it's really the parents' fault for not monitoring what the kids are doing online. And if they don't want to bother to monitor it, then they just shouldn't have it. Why are you allowing your children to have things that they honestly should not have if you won't even do the due diligence of actually, checking to see what they've been up to lately, You think you would do at least that, but no, that's too much for some people. Anyways, it's just dumb. It's just really dumb. And I don't know if the shit that the kids get into really are the things that make them into what they are. I know there's some damaging things online that I definitely wouldn't agree with, you know, the Yunnins scene on the internet. I'm trying to play with definitions here because it is. I'm hearing that YouTube is also quite literally censoring people for talking about it, but it's like I rather just be frank and just say that if your kid is so damn squirmish and easy to basically, like to get fucked over mentally over some random shit they see online, then they probably shouldn't have the internet. They probably shouldn't have really anything. They probably shouldn't even watch violent movies. They really shouldn't. Like, I've known people who've had, I know parents, all right, who have had kids who got I wouldn't say traumatized, but they got uh really freaked out by movies like what was it? I think it was a morbid. What was it? It was what was it? It was that one Ghibli movie. It was that one Ghibli movie about some girl whose parents turn into pigs, and she meets like this guy who could turn into a dragon. I'm talking about that movie. Like I know a parent, a teacher specifically, who told me that their child got downright traumatized because of the parents turning into pigs, and also that weird black viscous like thing from the movie being as creepy as it is. And it's like that's I don't know I don't know what to say about that, because it's like what do you even say other than, well, why, okay, then don't let them watch those movies again. And I believe that was the response to it. It's just so weird. Like what, like if your kids are this squeamish, then it's the fucking future is going to be hell for them, because there's a lot of terrible things in the world that is going to make everybody squeamish. Like there are still things that I don't like. I would think that I've seen enough in my life, but I will find things to get squeamish about still. It is crazy. Anyways, that's all I just wanted to say, right? It's just like I don't know, like if I think that if I, at least for video games, right, I should at least diversify, maybe do some dual streaming, because at this point, right, like I feel like that I'm not doing, like I don't want this entire channel to be just reactions, but at the same time, right, I also don't like the fact that YouTube is really putting a crackdown on unnecessary shit. It's like, oh yeah, we want to make sure you are actually who you say you are, and it's like, how about no? Because I mean, if YouTube starts demanding that they start seeing my government ID on top of wanting to see my credit card, I'm just gonna tell them to fuck off. And just you look at the T app as an example. Like, like I don't want my information to get out there. It's one of the reasons why I'm a VTuber. It's because I don't want to have my personal information, my identity, among other things, out there in the ether, and I don't trust these fucking companies to be able to keep my information safe. I mean, they already like to trade my data all over the fucking place. Why on God's green earth would I trust them to not keep my credit card and as well as my government identification and all that special information out of the hands of people who would otherwise want that kind of information? Why would I trust these people when they've already clearly shown that they can't be trusted with other types of information? So no, fuck YouTube, fuck all of these other platforms. I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, and if YouTube wants to crack down on this, they want to start asking for government IDs, I'm just going to tell them that I'm going to take this channel elsewhere. I will literally take this channel elsewhere. I will literally go somewhere else. I will become a Twitch streamer if I have to. And that's fucking that is something I don't really want to do, but I don't mind being a Twitch streamer, at least for gaming content reasons. I don't mind being a Twitch streamer. Kick is also another good one. I hear Kick is is one that people are really getting into. Rumble is also like getting higher up on the chain of alternative platforms. But, with all these fishes in the sea, I'm not sure which one I should go to personally. But, Kick and Twitch in particular, even though Twitch has a lot of fucking problems as is, like, they all seem like the kind of places to go to if I want to get away from this kind of nonsense, but Twitch just seems to be cracking down on this as well. And I'm just not sure how to feel about any of it. I'll have to do some more research, honestly, but otherwise, that's just how I feel about the whole thing, but yes. With that out of the way, I just wanted to let you guys know, I feel like I need to, get this out there because I just don't want to... I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I should do, right? It's just, I feel like, because personally speaking, I would rather just do everything on YouTube. But I know that YouTube is a fickle mistress. And I know that YouTube doesn't like it when you call out YouTube for specific things. And I know that YouTube in particular, going into this whole needing to make sure that you are who you say you are type of direction with the... with how they want to police and manage their website is kind of annoying. And I would rather it just didn't. I would rather they just put the blame at the feet of the people that are actually the problem here and not themselves, because I don't want YouTube dictating what I can and cannot do on the platform, as well as having my own personal data and information just at, in its possession to be used and abused in whatever way that they want to. It's dumb. All right, this whole thing is dumb. All right, I would blame the parents before I blame the fucking internet providers, as well as the platforms and all the websites, all these places. Right, I would sooner blame the parents for their outright negligence and their inability to properly parent than actually blame the companies. Because it's really just that kind of a problem. Because there's a lot of stupid, lazy people. All right, look at me as an example. My own folks didn't want to raise me, so they just handed me off to my own parents didn't want to raise me, so they just handed me off to my aunts and uncle. That's all they did, and that was just like a matter of fact decision. It's just like, yeah, we can't handle this. We're just gonna hand you off to somebody else, and I was not even 1 year old when they made that decision, and honestly, that was probably for the best, because they're probably, to be honest, they're not exactly the most well put together of individuals, especially not my fucking mom, but anyways, that's neither here or there. Now I'm getting into, another tangent again, so, yeah, without further ado, sorry for the rant, it's like 12 minutes in, haven't even started anything, let's just get into it.
So, how long will it take for your empire to arrive?
Oh, they're already in orbit.
Really? That was fast. Choosing to ally with your empire against the corpse god certainly has its advantages.
When you don't have to fly through hell to get to your destination, it's amazing how efficient things can be. Although, I am a little concerned. The rescue team said they encountered loyalist Astartes calling themselves Angry Marines?
Shit. Angry Marines? Aren't those the guys that declared war on fire? Yup.
They declared war on
What?
fire.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Nope.
I really hope this is all just an exaggeration.
Who the hell are the Angry Marines? This is actually the first that I've heard of it. The Angry Marines? What the hell are Angry Marines? I'm gonna have to look at this later. Aren't they just world eaters?
Suck it, you blasted cunts! Fuck off and die, you heretical sacks of shit! Your emperor the bitch!
The hell is going on?
What am I looking at right now?
If
That's a
I
good question.
had to put it into words, a shit show.
That's a word for it. Okay, well, we better get... Wait, where'd the Night Lord go? Did he seriously run off? The guy is just utterly allergic to anything resembling a fair fight, isn't he?
I can kill him later if you want.
No, as tempting as that is, the Empire tries not to kill its assets unnecessarily.
Oh, really?
World Eater, where did you...
You left me behind.
Oh. You were still locked in the cargo hold, weren't you? Well, you kept killing my men at random. I had to do something. Wait, how did you survive?
I broke out and got in an escape pod before the self-destruct went off. I'm angry, not an idiot.
All right. Well, keep the Iron Warrior
Truest statement that ever
company
was.
for a minute, or something. I gotta go make some calls.
World Eater, Iron Warrior. Why are we just standing here? I think we're trying to figure out what to do about the angry Marines. Finally, someone worthy to fight. You're not thinking of charging down there by yourself, are you? Blood for the Blood God!
Yeah.
Skulls for the Skull Throne! Of course he is.
Is he grabbing him by the balls?
One of the fucking Blood God bitch ass pussy! Corn is for blood for the Blood God!
These angry Marines are literally just the personification of every COD and Halo fucking lobby in matchmaking I've ever seen. That's what I'm getting from this, is that they are just literally every little whiny 12-year-old in COD and Halo, whatever, any Halo game lobby. It is kind of funny how accurate that has become.
Sometimes I wonder how your Legion has survived all this time.
Whew, that was close. I called down that bombardment just in time, huh?
You may want to start running.
What? Why? Oh, you've got to be me. This is bullshit!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up the Angry Marines later. Do they have an actual name outside of just Angry?
I want it fixed. Now! What is it now? Yeah. What do you mean an AT-AT growled at you?
Let's make this quick, Commander. I was in the middle of something important.
Yeah, sure thing. Right after you tell me why this AT-AT is snarling at me.
Good question.
What? Why?
Demon engines are good at killing, and besides, I wanted to see how it would work with your technology.
So, basically you just wanted to see if you could do it.
Pretty much.
What are we going to do when... Iron Warrior? What's going on with your arm?
It's being mutated.
I can see that. Explanation?
Happens sometimes from warp exposure. Comes with the territory. That's what I was fixing before you interrupted me.
Yeah, alright. Fix it.
Very well.
That is certainly a way to fix it.
What was that?
Fixing the problem.
So you'll cut off your own limbs to prevent further mutation?
Well, yeah, because they're a lot like the Mechanicus, where it's just like, flesh is corruptible. Steel is absolute. Steel is certainty. Steel is guaranteed perfection. It is literally... The Iron Warriors are all about replacing their own limbs and body parts for more reliable and more useful technology and tools if that's what is necessary to get the job done. They are brutal industrialists for a reason. And they're not afraid to literally cut off their own arms, replace their body parts with any type of mechanized sort of machinery or whatever have you, just so that way they have a more efficient means to either kill or maim people. It is just who they are, and it's just what they're about.
But you're okay with shoving demons into machines.
That is an accurate summary.
Sometimes I question the wisdom of this alliance.
You're lucky it hasn't gone.
You're the one who started it.
That's actually very docile right now. Huh. Curious.
What am I supposed to do with a demon-possessed AT-AT that could start killing everything in sight at any moment?
Well, there is that nearby rebel base we haven't conquered for you yet.
What is happening? Okay, it's growing on me.
It's grown up.
I'll take your head for that, and use your skull as a paste pot. Try it.
I haven't been liking the videos, but I will.
You two are
I'll go
at it
back and get them.
again? You both agreed to work with the Empire against the Imperium. You guys have got to stop this infighting. Why is he angry at you anyway?
He's a world eater.
Right, World Eater. I really do need you to calm down, though.
I am calm.
That probably is true, for you. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's keep it that way. So don't kill anyone else.
Kill anyone else. He's already went to town.
You needed something, right?
Yeah, I need you to come with me. The Iron Warrior invited some other Space Marine on board, and well, I kind of want some backup that won't randomly go berserk.
Great. Astartes on Astartes combat.
Yes, I want you to stop killing the new officers. I'm a stormtrooper. I'm not supposed to be in command of a bloody fleet.
I saved you from the World Eater during one of his rages that one time, didn't I? You should stop complaining and just be grateful. Besides, no slave of mine is going to be under someone else's command.
We're gonna have a conversation later about you considering me your property.
This is the primordial
Good luck with
truth.
that.
Your old lives of empty cemetery
Oh, it's a word bearer.
when faced with the new ones offered to you by the dark gods. Betrayal, treachery, agony, and death. These are the legacies of humanity and your offerings. Chaos is your liberation. Chaos is your deliverance. Chaos is your destiny. Greetings, Commander.
Iron Warrior, what is this?
You know how I put a demon in that AT-AT?
Yeah?
Well, I needed help for that. Meet the Word Bearer. He agreed to help if we allowed the spread of chaos worship throughout the Empire.
You did what? I can't agree to that.
Some of your men have already taken to his message. Rather quickly, I might add. Whatever you're going to do, you might want to do it fast.
Thanks, Iron Warrior. This is very helpful. Fine, I'll handle it. Excuse me, Wordbearer? I think there's been a mistake. We in the Empire already have a master, and don't feel like selling our souls in exchange for power. At least, most of us.
You have allies that are touched by the dark gods. You're already on the road to damnation. I'm just sealing the deal.
That's different. They're tools.
I heard that.
Just...
Yeah, well, if you're not careful, they're going to alter the deal and pray that when they do not alter it any further.
because you losers like taking it up the butt from four powerful immaterial entities doesn't mean the rest of us are down for that shit.
You have no conviction. Your lack of faith will be made an example of. I will put you in such agony that even Slanesh blushes from the excess of pain. I will bless you with the rebirth of Nurgle so you cannot die. Your agony will be eternal. In the end, you will be a mindless, grotesque, warped beast, let loose to slaughter for the glory of the Blood God. That is your fate, you insignificant little speck.
Man, I work
Damn.
with a World Eater, a Night Lord, and an Iron Warrior. And before that, I served Lord Vader. I'm not scared of you, but let's put a pin in that.
Well, that was a brave showing.
No, I pissed myself.
I'm assuming you want us to kill him. Oh, great. Afraid of a fair fight, Night Lord. Fair fight for idiots.
No, I've got a better idea. Step into the corridor with me. Patch me through to Ops. Yeah, from the secondary hangar, I need you to launch a squadron of TIE fighters. Their objective? Destroy the primary hangar for me. Just do it, or you can be the next one to babysit the World Eater. Yeah, thought you'd see things my way. This'll just take a sec.
But will it kill the word bearer is the question.
Killing your own men to destroy the enemy. You really are starting to see things my way.
Those weren't my men. My men don't serve Chaos Gods.
Fair enough.
Is he too old to make an Astartes? Hey, he belongs to me.
I don't belong to either of you. If I belong to anyone, I belong to the Emperor. Again, not that Emperor.
Oh, would you shut up?
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, really? Really thought that would work.
Fools! I have the blessings of the ruinous powers. Just shut up and die. Nobody likes you. You are nothing to me. I will see you all brought low. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? I will. Hey, blowhard! Oh.
Huh. Guess the lesson here is when you have a problem big guns can't solve, throw a World Eater at it.
I have no complaints. Coward.
World
I
Eaters
prefer
probably would like that too.
Survivor specialist. Wait a second! This isn't the Night Lord!
Yeah, that tracks.
This is a parody and is not associated with Disney or Games Workshop.
Man, my superiors aren't gonna like these casualty raids. Really hope they don't dock
Probably
my
not.
pay.
Oh. 1,000 Suns. Wasn't looking at the title.
What the fuck?
I am a sorcerer of the 1,000 Suns, harbinger of the changer of ways, son of the Crimson King, and I have come to claim knowledge that will not be denied me.
These replacement officers better get here soon. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
You, minion, bring me one of your Empire's Sith. I wish to expand my knowledge of these force powers of yours.
I was gonna ask who you are or what you want, but no, you've basically covered it.
I will rip out your soul and use it in one of my experiments if you do not meet my demands now.
You know there are only like 2 Force users in the entire Empire, right? I guess there's the Emperor's hands, but we're not even supposed to know about them, so that probably doesn't even break a dozen.
Well,
Wait,
how do you know
really?
about them?
There are millions of psychers in the Imperium of Man alone. This is a huge disappointment.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Force users don't grow on trees. Well, at least after Order 66.
This
Yeah.
is unacceptable. Animator,
Lord
Animator,
Vader made sure of that.
You must speak.
Wait, who are you talking to?
Silence, mortal. I am communing with the 4th dimension. Animator, Animator, I know you can hear me. I demand you speak with me.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yes, and I insist you listen to my demands.
Wait a minute. This wasn't in the script. Terry! Terry, did you add a fourth wall break to my script? You know I hate those things. You know what? Never mind. I'll deal with you later. As for you...
As for me, you can bring me a Force user. I demand it.
You really are arrogant to be talking to me like this.
It really is a funny thing to think, because it is, yeah, I would imagine, because, you know, like, the way that they're kind of characterized in Space Marines, too, the Thousand Suns are more so just teleporting Space Marines with light bits of magic here and there, and the real magic is in the sorcerers, but you know, like, granted, right, you know, like, I imagine that as an actual, like, not really gameplay, but lore-wise, they're capable of doing a lot more, and there's a lot more people who can do crazy shit outside of just teleporting places. Like, I'm sure they could probably bend time, they could probably, like, conjure up all kinds of demons, they could probably turn people into demons, they could probably do all kinds of crazy shit. And with warp magic, you know, like, you could just alter reality at any given moment, and I'm sure the Thousand Suns are, like, the best at doing shit like that. It's actually kind of interesting that the Thousand Suns were not more of a threat in Space Marines 2, outside of just being another faction of of just trash mobs to have to just kind of slaughter through. But I'm sure if they were actually more lore accurate, the game would be ridiculously unfucking fair.
I literally brought you into existence. This is the reason most of your legion is sentient dust. You know that, right?
The opinion of a Star Wars fan isn't exactly worth much.
I will write you out of existence.
Fuck you!
You know what? Here's some space wolves.
Wait, what?
Come here,
Oh.
son Magnus. I'll break your back like the Wolf King did to your traitor father.
Okay, I got it. Petty much?
Hey, you're the ones that can't help bargaining with entities beyond your pay grade. But I'll throw you a bone. Here's Evil Starkiller from the Force Unleashed games. The expanded universe rules.
Yeah, it does. You even chose the Darkstalker version.
Okay, have fun. I need to go beat my writer. Hey, Terry, let's have that talk.
No writers were harmed during the
Now
making of
we're
this video.
getting somewhere.
You're in my way.
I would normally meet your hostility with equal antagonism, but my curiosity currently outweighs my malice.
So you're a nerd.
I am not a nerd. I just want you to answer a few questions. I want to know about the Force. How is the power accessed? What are its capabilities? Pyromancy? Chronal and temporal manipulation?
We can move things with our minds and shoot lightning from our fingertips. Oh, and I guess sense people's feelings.
Wait, that's it? No time manipulation? Not even simple telepathy?
No.
Nope. But I'm really killer with a lightsaber.
It flashes to gameplay.
And I can lift really big things.
You can also crash him too, yep.
Meh, I could do all that already. You know how disappointed I am right now? What are you going to say next? Your demons are somehow even worse dicks than ours?
What's a demon?
You know, when using your powers risks tearing you into a warp portal for malicious entities and becoming an object of possession.
We don't have anything like that.
Random mutation?
Nope.
Extra limbs?
No.
Nothing?
I mean, you could probably account for midichlorians as being a random mutation, but I don't know. That's a subject for debate in itself. A lot of people hated the midichlorian inclusion in the movies. A lot of people have kind of grown to actually kind of like them now. Some people are also just, indifferent about it. I personally don't care either way. Like, if the inclusion of midichlorians creates a more interesting story, or could be used in a way that that serves to help bolster or make a better story, I don't fucking care. like, I think midichlorians would be great if they were just used in a more, if they were just used in a bit more of a, what's the word that I'm looking for here, if I can frickin' think of it. Yeah, I think the word I'm looking for is constructive manner. If not just downright, I had it too. Oh, well, I even looked at the definition for it just a second ago. Okay, anyways. In a more productive, even practical, right? Because I feel like that, like, a lot of problems with stories is that people hate superfluous details. And so what you really need to do is that you need to give people, like, details that actually serve to, like, bolster the plot and add to the story, rather than just be weird random details. Because that's how I feel like the midichlorians were seen, right? Is that they are basically just a random detail that served literally no purpose other than just to confirm what we already knew with Anakin and with his potential rise of him eventually becoming Darth Vader, as well as to just kind of hammer home the idea that, like, he's the chosen one and all this other stuff, because that was the direction that George Lucas was going with the prequel stories. Anakin was supposed to be the chosen one. He was supposed to destroy the Sith, bring balance to the Force, and that did not end up that way. It only ended up that way near the end of Return of the Jedi, and that's, like, that was kind of the whole, like, sort of, like, rhythmic irony he was going with, is that he did end up actually fulfilling the Chosen One prophecy at the end. He just didn't do it in the way that everyone expected him to. Anyways, enough of that.
If you use the dark side, I guess you get more selfish. But that's about it for downsides.
Tell me more!
I know a place we can experiment on some rebels.
Goodbye, mortal! You are completely useless. But you can do something useful for me and shine the armor of one of my rubricae.
Damn.
One more thing. Be careful not to move in a threatening way, or he'll crush you. Okay, cheerio!
Cheerio. Pip pip cheerio.
What the fuck?
Magnus did nothing wrong. Another Magnus believer. Noise Marine and Noise Stormtroopers. Oh no.
This is where you go to relax.
Oh no.
Drinking intoxicant.
We got Emperor's children coming in.
Well, yeah. What would you rather be doing?
Skinning people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I'd regret that question as soon as I asked it. I know that we're natural allies against the Imperium, but could you cut back on the skinning people talk? At least while I finish my drink.
You know, my extracurricular activities
That's one way to put it.
are mild in comparison to some other legions.
I hate that that's probably true.
Hello, filthy mortals. I call this one the Symphony of Damnation. Oh, no. Not one of these guys.
That's one of those Emperor's children, right?
Yeah, but he's also one of those Noise Marine freaks.
Why is he called a Noise Marine?
You're about to find out.
So, the interesting story behind the Noise Marines, I'm not sure if this is the entirety of the reason why they were created, but how they ended up coming about, at least from what I understand, is that Fulgrim went to a concert. He went to an opera of some kind. I think he basically went to some type of, like, some type of stage play. And he was going to he was going there primarily to listen to the music, engage in the culture of probably his homeworld, among other things. Not too sure. But he basically was there for the arts. And what ended up happening is that a Slanesh worshipper, a Chaos worshipper, got on stage and began singing a melody that was so downright chaotic, so fucking terrifying, that it ended up making everybody in the audience go crazy. And so everyone started just fucking killing each other, including the Emperor's children that happened to be there in attendance, right? They all just started murdering one another, fornicating. It was truly an interesting sight to behold. Fulgrim probably would have felt the chaos right there and then if he wasn't probably Fulgrim and didn't have such, I guess, a massive fucking ego. I don't know. I feel like ego gets in the way of a lot of things that the Chaos Gods want done in this universe, but, that's neither here or there. Point being, a lot of crazy shit went down, and I don't remember exactly how that whole thing got resolved, but I know that I would not want to be the janitor who has to clean up that fucking mess at the end of it. That was kind of the idea behind it, and I'm sure that's where the inception of the Noise Marines came from, was that Fulgrim wanted a unit of Space Marines that focused so hard on just hitting people with so much high decibels that their bodies would just shatter and explode into mush.
Taste the ecstasy of my music, of my sounds, beautiful sounds.
Oh, that's not music. Feels like my head is gonna pop.
Looks like those Xenos are beating you to it.
Musical instruments that make your head explode. Great.
Yeah.
Enough. Oh, you destroyed my conduit for auditory brilliance that sculpts the very essence of harmonic emotion. It's a guitar, and it's lame. You just can't appreciate the cacophony of symphony that is my lyric. Oh, give me a break.
Guitars
you
are cool.
pompous, washed up, screeching mess freak with zero talent. Your presence alone would overwhelm any self-respecting Astartes. With such overbearing shame, he would feel the need to immolate himself for merely being in the same proximity as your perverted, disgusting, sad, pathetic self. I have half a mind to skin you alive and hang your carcass on display merely for the principle of it. And I have no principles. Oh, skinning. What a sensation that would be. Let's do it slow, so we can prolong the pain as long as possible. The sounds my screams would make.
He's into it? Why is he into it?
He's the Emperor's children. They're into some fucked up shit. They worship Slaanesh. They are the Slaanesh Chaos Space Marines for a reason.
How can you take the fun out of torture?
Take the fun out of torture.
My weapon of choice is an instrument that melts the insides of my enemies. I'm so desensitized to any normal sensation that only the cacophony of death and battle makes me feel anything. What did you expect?
I mean, to be fair, that's probably most people nowadays. Like, some people, there's two types of people in this world, right? There's people who engage in an absurd amount of gratuitous violence. There's violence and gore enjoyers, as well as people who like survival horror games that contribute to this overall sort of gratuitous level of violence, grotesque sort of imagery, and body horror, among other things. And then there are people who just like to watch holes get stuffed and filled in ways that are very, very unique and different in every perceivable fashion and capacity. It is, and that's just putting it mildly. But that there are those types of people. There are only two types of people, and I believe those are the two types. Like, if there was actually a two types of people arguments in the world, those would be the two types. People who really, really enjoy the violence, or people who really, really enjoy watching holes get stuffed. That's the way I look at it. Anyways.
I'm leaving.
Hold up, you can't leave me here with this guy.
I need to clear my head. Maybe some good old-fashioned skinning of mortals who won't bloody enjoy it will do the trick.
One could hope, I guess.
Well, mortal, it's just you and me. I wonder what new sounds we can make together. What do you say? Will you sing for me?
Oh boy.
Oh, come now. Don't be a stranger. I'm sure we can entertain ourselves.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. Pause. Time
Why
out.
is this
Let's
getting
avoid
so
whatever
weird?
you're thinking about. You're looking for some new sounds, right? A novelty you've never heard before.
Yes?
I got just the thing.
I fucking love George Lucas, man. God damn it. I love how this full song was only available in Battlefront 2's Mos Eisley Cantina level, and then this shit got to put them into the goddamn re-release of Star Wars. So fucking God, I miss George Lucas, man. God, I wish he was still helming Star Wars. Can we just have someone who appreciates Star Wars running Star Wars, please? I miss good Star Wars. It's not even funny.
Wow, this is horrendous. It's the worst thing I've ever heard in all my centuries of living. I mean, it's absolutely atrocious. I love it.
Your enjoyment confuses me.
Indeed. Slaanesh is the worst Chaos God. You know, that's fair. That is fair. Though, personally, though, if I had the choice of either being, like, of worshipping a Chaos God, I'd rather enjoy life rather than hate every facet of it. And Nurgle, arguably, probably enjoys life better than probably most people, right? And so the followers of Nurgle probably, they probably feel the same way. I, personally, just want to feel actual enjoyment and not the perceived notion that there is something to enjoy in the current state of things, right? I don't know. It's a little weird. But yeah, like, a lot of my friends are like, oh yeah, definitely I would be a worshipper of Corn. Corn is great. And I'm over here just like, yeah, well, I don't exactly like the idea of living my whole life only ever, like, kind of like embodying hate, malice, violence, gratuitous levels of violence, and only caring about that kind of shit. Like, I personally, right, if I was going to, like, live my entire life as some type of demon worshiper or a demon in general, might as well just enjoy it. Might as well just enjoy it. Might as well just make some fun out of it. And, the thing with Slaanesh, right, is that, yes, they're all about sex and other things, but they also do enjoy violence. They enjoy everything. Almost to a ludicrous level of degree. And while I personally probably would want to go to the extremes of it, if I had to go to the extremes of it, if I had to choose a life where I had to, and where I was free to do the things that I enjoyed, I feel like I would be able to do that more comfortably as a Slaanesh worshipper than if I was literally anything else. I mean, my other top pick would be Zinch, only because I like the idea of using magic, and also demon birds are kind of cool to some extent, but I also just like the idea of bending space and time on a whim. It seems fun. Like, it gets like the sort of feel that I like about sorcery out of the way. Oh, we got orcs. It's the lads.
Welp, I've just been enslaved by sentient fungi. How's your day going?
How is your day going, guys? How are we all doing today?
Excuse me, sir?
What do you want, shiny Humie?
I was supposed to buy some sort of beer or something.
You look a bit skinny for that kind of drink. But you know what they say, teeth's teeth. That'd be 5 teeth you get.
Teeth. Their economy runs on teeth. Of course it does. Guess now I know why he gave me these. Please tell me those come smaller.
That is small you get.
Finally. Here you go.
Took you long enough, Shiny Humie. Boys getting cranky without their fungus beer.
You're welcome.
Now come, Shiny Humie. We're gonna shows you how to do things proper.
Lucky for me, these particular greenskins have a strange fascination with emulating the Empire. They've been having varying degrees of success.
I imagine so.
Ta-da!
Is that supposed to be a TIE fighter?
Yeah, but we made a better one.
It's basically a rock stitched together with scrap metal.
But it'll work. Just watch, it'll work.
You can't expect that to fly.
Don't think so, eh? Flyboy! Get flying, you lazy git!
It's not even in the cockpit position.
I have no words.
No.
See? We showing you how to do things proper.
Okay, reluctantly, I have to admit that was pretty impressive. You've
That is
surprised me
impressive.
for sure, but wait a minute, what have you done with my AT-AT?
You zogging brain busted or what? We made improvements.
Bad enough you have to make poor imitations, but now you're defacing Imperial tech. Also, why the red?
You really are a dumb git. Red make it go faster. Everyone knows that.
Okay, this is an AT-AT. It's not gonna go fast. And how does the color affect its speed anyway? And why am I trying to apply logic to this? But
Yeah, stop.
There's random springs. There's little bits of scrap. What the? There's freaking teeth in here, mixed in with the servos. How is any of this supposed to function? I mean, I say that, but what?
Oi, the git's got doubts. Time for a test drive, boys. Let's show this Humie how it's done.
Oh, fuck.
He looks so depressed. He is so done.
Am I high?
Ay, ay, ay. Chaos Marines and Stormtroopers and Purple Orcs. Oh, the animation got a...
How many days has it been since
Damn.
I've slept?
Animation
The
really
Empire
got a
was
boost.
demanding, But being enslaved by these orcs is definitely worse. But finally, sweet, sweet rest.
Boo.
Oh! Oh, what? Oh, oh. Ah, it's just you. Man, you scared me.
Scaring people is my whole thing. And skinning them.
I was wondering if you were gonna come rescue me or not.
Of course I was. You don't belong to the greenskins. You're my slave.
I really want to debate me being your property, but it's in my best interest not to. So I'm just gonna go along with... Hold up. Why are you purple?
Oh, that. To make me more stealthy.
What?
Basically, the orcs have this psychic field thing, where if you get enough of them together, they can alter reality ever so slightly through the power of belief.
That would explain a lot.
I figured, since it's an orc planet, and they think the color purple makes you sneakier, it seemed like a good plan.
Lore note. Orcs believing purple makes one sneakier is largely a fan idea. However, there are accounts of purple orcs in the lore depicted in such a way that would imply they are indeed stealthy. So while orcs believing purple makes one sneakier isn't explicitly stated in the lore, it could very well be true.
I like how we just had a random Thousand Suns show up just to give us that disclaimer.
How do you even know it'll work on you? The orcs aren't aware you're here, so how do you know their psychic belief thing can affect you while at the same time not perceiving you?
Okay, I didn't think about that.
And you're not an orc. Does their psychic belief even affect other species?
Man, I don't know. It's not like there's a manual to this stuff.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, the whole reason why they want to invade Terra is because there's a fucking commissar who absolutely gives them a run for their money. And whether or not that's actually true or not, you know, because they believe it, they're probably not going to go out of their way to go fight Terra, to go fight the humans on their home planet. And they already have a fear of the Emperor. They have a fear of that commissar. You know, there's a lot of reasons why the orcs, if not reasonably, probably would have a very Mind Hive sort of like world-bending-esque reason as to why they don't want to go there. It's because they're going to get fucking bodied. And so even if the Imperium, right, if we are operating under this logic, if they were to fight the orcs, you know, en masse as they were invading Terra, they probably would have an easier time winning that battle because they're already handicapped by the fact that they already have this idea going into it that they're probably going to get completely and utterly slaughtered. So, yeah. I feel like that it works in many ways. You know, like, it's interesting how a lot of Warhammer lore kind of, you know, like, goes down several different ways and loopholes of basically answering its own questions without actually answering questions. There's like some vagueness, but then there's some certainties in there. It's just the details you'll never truly understand, and that part's just fascinating.
I mean, even though it was an orc-infested planet, I was able to sneak in here undetected, wasn't I?
Undetected, huh?
Yeah!
Maybe you should tell that to the group of pissed-off purple orcs standing right behind you.
Damn. Why are they actually purple now?
Oh.
Hey, since they believe it makes them go faster, maybe you should have painted yourself red instead.
Don't tempt me, bloodsack.
That is true.
Okay, on the next rescue mission, more strategy, less gimmicks. Agreed?
Whatever. You're alive, aren't you?
I suppose I am, but that could have gone better. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Hello, talents. Ready to bask in my presence? Oh, what the f***? What's he doing here?
Yeah, Iron Warrior, what the f***?
It was a strategic calculation. There are only a few of us who have been outcast from various warbands. Even after allying with this empire, our war capabilities are severely lacking. I reasoned another Astartes would be useful, even a degenerate one.
You're not offended by that last comment?
No, I'm a sicko. Well, this is just great. Now we have a narcissistic drug.
I mean, at least you can admit that. It's better than most women I've ever known. I'm sorry, that was a random jab at the... that was a random just jab out of nowhere. I mean, it's true, though. Like, it's, God. The things that I see from women online is crazy. Oh no, we don't actually like these things. It really does paint an interesting picture how there's so many Karens in the world that care so much about the depiction of women among other things, and yet there are so many women, probably almost an absurd amount and degree of women, who absolutely love nothing more than to fantasize and think about some of the heinous shit you could possibly manifest in your fucking skull. It's crazy. Just crazy. Anyways, moving on.
Rubbed up masochist on board. Don't go anywhere near my skinning pits. I like to keep things nice and simple. Just normal skinning and knife work. Nothing exotic. No grounding mortals into powder and snorting their remains. You hear me, Noise Marine?
Huh? I wasn't listening.
Just stay away from my skinning pits.
Why would I want to go near skinning pits? That's far too tame.
Iron Warrior? Really? Him?
He's still an Astartes, even if he's from the most pathetic legion.
The
I
most
can hear
pathetic
you.
leech.
Shut up, you masochistic freak. You know you like it.
Yeah,
Probably
I
a
do.
switch. I
And
wouldn't
so is
lie.
some more.
Ugh. You don't have to like a weapon for it to be effective. He's a tool. Just like the World Eater.
Wait, who?
I thought I smelled degenerate.
You have one of the Blood God's killjoys on board. You're horrified by me, but not him.
Well, yeah. He just kills people. That's pretty tame, considering.
Lame.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fine. The sensation of combat is always welcome. For the Prince of Excess.
Blood for the Blood God, blood for the Blood God, blood for the Blood God! Ah! Right. Interwarband conflict. What did you expect? This is always what happens when you try to combine traitor legions. If one of them manages to kill the other, we will have found the stronger warrior. The benefit to cost ratio is acceptable. Nerd.
Nerd.
Not again!
Oh, come on!
Ray shields.
I am Alfarius. Are we gonna talk about that?
Nope. I find it's best not to question it.
Well, that seems strategically questionable.
Okay, well, watch them while they cool off, will ya? I've got a bunch of replacement officers to brief on what to expect on this expedition into this forsaken galaxy.
Oh.
What was that? What do you mean, oh?
They're in my skinning pits.
Again? Why do you keep killing them?
Ran out of prisoners to skin. Forgot I wasn't supposed to touch the mortals in fancy uniforms. Sue me.
You've gotta stop killing the officers. Are any of them alive?
Define alive.
Oh, sweet mercy. I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna go dip myself in a bacta tank.
Ah, it's my whiskers that do that.
Hey, Night Lord. Yeah? Why is your armor purple?
I think you look great.
You look stupid.
Wait, is this a sitcom? It's turning into one. It just needs the laugh tracks to make it more of a sitcom. It's the Tau. The Empire of Tau lovers.
Where did these accursed Xenos come from?
I don't know, we came out of hyperspace and there they were, attacking us.
Irrelevant. Just focus on the battle.
These are the Tau, right? And what are these ugly beak things fighting for them? They smell like crap.
The Kroot are carnivorous species of Xenos loyal to the Tau Empire and often serve as auxiliaries. That stink you're smelling is probably their body's waste being excreted through their skin due to them having an extremely efficient digestive system and having no anus.
Why the f*** do you know that?
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, lame knowledge.
Wait a minute, does that mean they sweat their excrement? Ugh.
Well, it's slightly more sophisticated than that.
All I know is Tau make novel playthings.
Who the fuck cares? Just kill them.
Yes, why waste time contemplating the nature of things when you could just kill it with a chain axe?
I mean, I imagine the Emperor's children would probably like to find new and interesting ways to either create more orifices or to completely destroy already existing ones. So, you know, that seems apt. And, you know, since they already have, like, slits for faces, I mean, the Tau already get a lot of hate, to be honest, and they're kind of, at this point, they're already kind of not doing themselves any favors by having that. They're kind of just inviting it at this point. The poor bastards. I wonder, has the Emperor's Children actually fought the Tau on any level? I'm sure they have. I'm sure there's some type of recorded thing where they probably have fought before.
Brilliant.
While the World Eater does have the right idea, melee is probably the way to go.
We're Space Marines. You really think none of us would have thought of that? Great suggestion, slave.
Did you really have to stress slave that much?
If we are going on the offensive, I suggest we begin a slow, methodical march forward, grinding the enemy down through attrition until they break. No! We should capture a few and torture them until their screams ring in the minds of their kin. Then harass them with hit-and-run tactics till they scatter.
You're both wrong. We should just unleash the overwhelming power of the warp.
We're not psychers.
Oh, right. Muggles.
I'm good with
Ron franchise.
anything. But whatever we do end up doing, I'll do it better than any of you. Ah, yes. Out of all of us,
Yeah.
the masochistic pain addict is the superior one.
So what's the plan?
A grinding march of attrition. No terror tactics.
The power of the warp.
I am Alfarius.
I want to have an objection too.
Oh, forget this.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I want to have an
No
objection
terror
too. The
tactics.
power of the
No
warp. I have an
terror
objection.
tactics. This arguing is getting us nowhere. Well, if you guys just agreed to... Wait a minute. Did the Tau retreat while we were arguing? Did not think we killed enough of them for that.
I wonder if I could take credit for this. So what happened?
What happened is, I handled it.
What do you mean you handled it? You're immortal. Yes, this is improbable. What did you do?
I negotiated.
Oh.
What?
Apparently, we came out of hyperspace into their territory. Seeing it as a hostile action, well, they attacked. I explained it was an accident and that it would be a waste of resources and lives to continue the conflict. They accepted the logic and left us to go our separate ways.
Okay, that was way too reasonable. Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out.
What, you guys never negotiate?
No, they don't.
We don't talk to our enemies.
You just slaughter
We
them.
kill them.
Yeah.
Or torture them. Or have them torture you. Fucking masochist.
Hold up.
Again, he's probably a
Sorcerer.
switch. He probably enjoys
you
being a
doing?
sadist, too.
Taking notes.
Heh.
Oh, don't you say it.
Ned.
At least our father is still alive. And actually loved us.
Damn.
Shut up. In any case, the mortal did save us resources on a strategically unprofitable engagement. Huh. Making peace. Who knew?
Who knew?
What the is peace?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair for a world leader. God, oh god. And that is it for the Galactic Heresy series. That video came out 3 weeks ago. Damn. That's fairly recent. But yeah, that is the Galactic Heresy series as of the current juncture. This series has been pretty funny. I actually like it. I like the interesting banter and contrast between the other Astartes from their respective legions, and how they all kind of do not mesh very well. It's probably why he also chose the Chaos faction rather than the Imperium ones, because the Loyalist factions are probably the easiest to get along, because they have to work with each other, and they work for a common goal. and they also serve the Imperium. They're all about defending mankind and trying to uplift mankind as per the Emperor's wishes. So they're technically fighting for the same cause, though they just have different means of enacting that. But, yeah. The warbands are a much different beast. I still want to see stories about the warbands. I'm sure I can look up some lore videos at some point. You know what? I'll probably record myself doing that too. Why not? I'll record myself going down a rabbit hole of understanding Chaos warbands at some point. Not sure who to go to. I'm sure I'll just make a cursory search around the content creation sphere to see who's got the, who's got an interesting lore video that delves into that topic. But otherwise, yeah, that was the Galactic Heresy series by Space Lycan. Please go like and subscribe. And otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.